Well, hey guys, good to be back here again with you here on Outfits Garage. Today, I'm going to show you how to mount one of these race car tires on one of these race car wheels. This goes for any standard tire and wheel. You can do this yourself at home. The only thing you have to be careful about on your later model vehicles is the sensor that's in your tire, the air pressure sensor that they fasten in on the end of your valve stem inside your tire or your wheel. So you want to be careful about that. So you might want to take your tires and wheels to a professional, to a tire shop, to have them install your tires and break down and take your tires off the wheel and put new ones on, because you can and will damage that sensor, and sometimes those sensors are expensive. So this is just basically for a standard old school tire and wheel, how you would mount and how we mount them here every day for these race cars and things. So this is just a basic G6015. This is a Hoosier dirt tire. It basically an IMCA modified tire, but it's standard for all of your racing. I mean, everybody across the racing board pretty much knows how to do this, because you have to mount and dismount tires constantly. But we're going to get to work here. I'm going to show you real quick what to do. Okay, you just need a spray bottle. This is an old Armor All bottle that I've got soap and water in. You need soap and water. You'll need basic tools. This is a tire tool. This is a crowbar. You can use a screwdriver, but this is what I have handy, and this is what we normally use. And possibly need a hammer. So we've got that here. We're going to get to work. I'm going to show you how we do this. First off, you take your soap and you spray your bead of your tire. Just the bead of your tire. Once you spray that, you come around. A lot of times I don't spray the other side until I've got the first side on, because it makes it messy and slippery and all that. So first thing you do, you take the soap side, and always, this is one thing a lot of people don't understand. If you notice, there's a narrow side here and a wide side. Never try to put the tire on this side. Always put your tire on from the narrow side. The reason is so that the tire, when it goes on, has a place to go. These beads will not move. I mean, they'll flex a little bit this way, but they won't stretch this way. So you have to get it worked on, and it has to have a place to go. So therefore it goes inside the thin place. If you try to put it on over here, it has to go this far, before it can go in here, so that you'll be regretting that, I promise you. So go ahead and put it on the narrow side. Lay your wheel down, soap side out. Let me just rub it around here real quick. Always put it like this. You'll have to get in the floor, because it's just easier to do. Just take your tire and start working it on. You may have to take your bar, may have to put a knee on the opposite side, start working it around. I'm doing this pretty slow so that you can see and understand. Put your tool in so that it can grab the bead of the wheel, and then you just pull it over, and you'll see it start working on. like that. Just take your time. Don't get in any hurry. Okay, now we got that side on, we're gonna make sure the bead is okay. If the bead has tear spots in it, it's gonna be a little harder for it to seal. You can mount it, but sometimes if the bead is torn, sometimes it will not seal and you'll leak air from around your seal. But if the radius of the bead, the radius where it breaks over, if that part is good, most of the time your tire will seal, even though there may be some on the inside torn off. So I've seen it all. Me and my dad had a tire shop and mechanic shop for 30 years. So I've done all of this. I've worked on tractor tires, 18-wheeler tires, cars, pickups, motorcycles, lawnmowers, four-wheelers, go-karts, you name it, I've put a tire on it. But it's been a long time since I've worked in a tire shop. I don't desire to do that anymore. That's why I work running heavy equipment. So anyway, now that you've got this on, you push your tire down, put your knee on it, take your bar, do the same thing. These bars, if you get them at Harbor Freight, they have a little lip right here, has a curved end. That curve right there, you can hook the rim and use that and push that tire right over with it. It works real nice. Just like that. Just goes real easy. These are good and long, you got plenty of leverage. They're pretty inexpensive, so. The reason you hold your knee on it over here is so that you won't be chasing yourself trying to put the tire on. It's very simple. So, just like that. Very easy. That's how you mount a tire on a wheel. The rest of it is pretty self-explanatory. Now you'll need to be careful airing tires up. Never put your finger in here. Anybody with any sense knows not to put their finger in there, but let me tell you, I've seen it happen. Believe it or not, people, when we worked at the tire shop, I'd be airing a tire up, have the tire on the tire machine, and people would say, that tire's not beading out yet. And I'd have to slap their hand away, and never failed. Every time I slapped their hand away, the tire bead would pop. You don't want your finger in there when the tire pops out. You will be screaming bloody murder because all the pressure inside that tire pops in here, and there is a lip in here that bead seats over to help ensure a safety bead. And when that happens, you have to break the tire back down off the bead to get your fingers out of it. Now, you may be yanking your fingers out of it, but you'll probably be leaving your fingernail and everything else in there. So, trust me, never put your fingers in this area when you're airing a tire up. So, all right, that's how you bead a tire. Mount a tire up on the bead of a wheel. The rest of it's just airing it up until both sides pop out and seat well. And I wouldn't do that now, but everybody knows how to air a tire up. If you don't know how to air a tire up, look that up too. I'm sure there's plenty of tutorials on that as well. But all right, Russell here from Outfits Garage is saying God bless you. And Outfits Garage here is saying keep a hammering, guys.